Okay, so here we are back with the 2003 Toyota 4Runner SR5 four-wheel drive. In this video, we're going to show you the inside of this car and, of course, the long-awaited startup. So here we go. So here's the key fob. Got your lock and unlock buttons. And this right here is for the rear window, which I'll show you just here in a minute. And on the back, you have your panic button there. So I'll go ahead and unlock it. Just press that twice, you hear it unlock. You can also lock and unlock it from the keyhole here. So two to the left locks everything, one to the right just does the driver's door, and then one more to the right does all the doors. Alright, so coming inside here, got your nice door here. This is all soft touch type material here. This right here is a nice fabric kind of material, and here is some of a simulated leather type material here. And you can also find that same material all throughout the dash and other parts of the vehicle. So on the door here, you got your handle with the lock here. These handles do unlock the door when you pull on them on the front doors only. And you got your power mirrors, left, right, and then your direction. Got your power locks, lock, unlock. And this right here is for the window lock. And then right here are your window switches here. So you got your driver's is auto down and up. And the little auto right there does light up at night. And then you also have your window switches for all four other windows. And of course you got your door pocket here and your speakers. A couple other things before we go inside the car here. So you have your seat controls. This one right here does the back of the seat. This one moves the seat up and down. And then this knob right here controls this front part of the seat for your thighs and legs. And of course you also have your power lumbar right here. Now, because being this is an SR5, more of a standard model, this is all manual except for the lumbar, and the seats are also cloth. On a higher model with leather seats, this would all be power, and you would also have leather seats. Got your usual latch and kind of old school tire pressure ratings here. This is before TPMS systems were required. And just covering up the VIN number, here's your information tag right here. Date February of 2003. Just one last thing before we get inside. Down here you have your just standard pedals right here. Gas pedal is mounted from the top, and you push down on it. Would be pressing it towards the floor. See if I can show you. Just like that. Got your pretty standard brake pedal. And interestingly enough, your fuel door release and your hood release right next to each other. Pretty interesting design, and the first couple of times I put gas in this car, I ended up putting up the hood at the gas station instead of opening the fuel cap, but it does just take a little bit of getting used to. Right there is your parking brake, and it's done by a pedal on the floor, and then just a little footrest here, sort of where the clutch would be, because this car is an automatic transmission. Another thing to note, here's a small fuse box, just there. For the interior, the larger one is under the hood. And then up here you have your air conditioning vent, your illumination control for the gauges, and then right here is a center differential lock. Alright, so coming inside, you got your seat back, got your steering wheel here, and there is your pretty standard type headlight switch. So you got off, and then parking lights, which also lights up all of this in here. Your gauges are always unlit unless you turn the parking lights on, so that's kind of an interesting touch there. And then one more, you have the low beam headlights. And if you push it back, you get your high beam headlights. And then even if everything's off and you pull this towards you, you can flash the high beams like that. Because it also is equipped with fog lights, you have the switch for that there. I believe it only works if you have the key in the ignition, and that is correct. And then just your standard type turn signal. Right there is the control for the tilt steering wheel. This car does have a tilt and telescope steering wheel. So the way it works is you would pull this towards you like that, and then just with one hand and move the wheel up and down with the other. Down there, way in there, if you can see it, that little lever is for the telescope wheel in this car. So you would push that down and then pull the wheel in and out and then slide it back up to lock it. As usual, the horn is just controlled by pushing this in, so I'm gonna do that now. So if you're using headphones, you might want to turn them down, just like that. Over here is your wiper control. So you have, again, off, intermittent, that's for the rear. So you have pushing it down, off, intermittent, low, and high. And then your intermittent control time is done right here. It also does have the rear wiper, so you have off, intermittent, on, and then there's a position to wash it on each end here. You just twist that down. Right here's your pretty standard Toyota style cruise control, so you might already know how to use it, but just in case, you push this in to turn it on. To set it, you push it down. To turn it off, or to cancel it rather, you would pull it towards you, and then at any point while it's set, you can press this up or down to reduce or increase your speed as such, instead of having to use the gas or brake pedals. And then that just turns the whole system off. Over here is the ignition switch with the little ring there. Let you see that a little better. Just a nice little touch, helps you see where to put the key at night. And then over here, that is obviously not the original radio. It was replaced. I won't get too much into detail because it is an original. However, it does have AM, FM, CD, Bluetooth, USB, and auxiliary. And then down here are the climate controls, which I'll show you just in a second while I put the key in. Over there you got your hazard switch and another vent. And then over that way is your another vent and glove box. Alright, so the key's in. As you see, the radio's on. I'll just go ahead and turn that on for you guys. So put it on radio and just find a station that comes in pretty well around here.
Flowers. Find out more at 991WQIK.com.
Do it all night. So if you really want to know how it feels to get off the road, trucks and four wheels, jump on in, a man tell you.
So as you can tell, it does sound pretty good. It's got a 6-speaker audio system, so you have 2 speakers in the front doors and 2 speakers in the rear doors. And then down here is the climate control. So you got this big screen right here with your reset and mode buttons. So you have range, average fuel economy, average miles per hour, nothing here, and then back to range. Got your clock, hour and minute, and then that 00 just zeroes out to 12 o'clock. And right there's your clock. Here's the outside temperature reading right there. And then the climate control. So you have your fan speed, low, medium, high, and off. As you can see, that just illuminates there, respective to whatever you have it set at. Got your temperature up and down, AC on and off, and then auto just sets it to whatever you want. which is also pretty interesting because so air conditioning, you put it on auto and it just instantly revs it up to the highest fan setting for maximum cooling. But then on heat, with the AC off, it will actually wait until the engine is heated up enough and then start heating, so you don't just get a blast of cold air in your face. Something I just find pretty interesting. And then right here, just have your usual zone settings. Down here you have your rear defrost and recirculate buttons. And then down here, if you can see, I apologize for the low lighting, is a little storage compartment there. Over here is the control for the rear window. This does have a power rear window, so I'll go ahead and demonstrate that. So back there. And then back up. Just a really neat feature that the 4Runners have always had. Just really nice, you know, you can put your windows down and get a nice open air flowing through here. And also if you have pets, they also really enjoy that back there. This right here is for the 4-wheel drive because this is 4x4 equipped. I'll go ahead and turn the key off since I don't want it actually shifting into 4-wheel drive right now with it not running. Pull the key out so it's not so loud. So you got your high 2, so that's just power from the rear wheels, as if it was just a rear wheel drive vehicle, just for normal everyday highway type driving. You have high 4, so that's just, you know, higher speeds, but you still need all 4 wheels, like if you got a little bit of snow outside. And then you push it in and turn for low 4, and that is low speed but maximum torque out of your 4-wheel drive system. So I'll just put that back there. And then being an off-road focused vehicle like this, you have that. You've also got a dedicated low gear on the transmission here. And of course that center differential lock, just for extra measures if you really get hung up. Down here are the cup holders. Get my flashlight here. And you can see that you have 2 cup holders. This little thing here just adjusts like that. It also comes out entirely for cleaning. Here you just have this little compartment here that opens and closes as such. I just put change and stuff down in there. And then of course your 12-volt cigarette lighter adapter. Right here is the shifter. This does have a shift interlock. As you can see, even with my foot on the brake, it will not shift out of gear. The key does have to be in the ignition, although the engine does not have to be running for that to work. So I'll go ahead and just demonstrate that here in a second. Alright, I've got the key in the ignition. I set the parking brake just to be sure I don't think it will roll, and also just step on the regular brake just for safety measures and also to unlock this. So I'll go ahead and shift it. And then all the way into low, and then just unshifts like that. Right here you have downhill assist control. Just helps you come down hills a little slower. I think it modulates the brake. I'm not entirely sure, but that's what it does. Right here is the center console. This just flips out, so you have a little place to set something and where to write on. So that's there. And then release under here, it opens up, and I have this little interesting little holder for change here. It just kind of comes off if you need it to. And pretty decently sized console here. And then you just got a little storage there. I just put some papers and coupons in. And then it just closes like that. Here's the rear door here. Doesn't look too much different from the front door. A lot of the same materials. I got 2 cup holders in each door back here. And then of course your standard window switch. So back in here you got this nice big open flat seat here. So you got this seat here, and then your middle here with an armrest there, and then another same kind of seat on the other side. I'll go ahead and open that door over there so that you got a little bit better of a view. So this armrest here just pulls down like such. A nice big padded type thing. Really nice and comfortable. And this here just pulls out for your cup holders. And then additionally this tray comes out like that so you can set fast food or what have you back there. So right here you have the back of the center console. You got 2 vents here with your little control there. And then this big bar here pops up and locks. And you can actually tie a small garbage bag in here to just put trash in if you've got kids that hang out back here or anything like that. Just a goofy little feature that a lot of people might not notice. One last thing to make mention of, you got your little puddle lights in each door there. Not a whole lot to see on the other side of the rear seat, just same kind of style door there. Just pretty identical, honestly. Over here on your passenger side door, you've got your door here, looks very similar to the driver's side door on the inside. And then right here you just have your power lock switch and your power window switch. And then same style door handle there. Floor mats, says 4Runner on it. And then there's the other side of the center stack and the shifter and everything. And then here's the glove box, locks there. It does kind of dampen as it opens. In here, not much to see, just kind of a bunch of junk that sits around the car, stuff like that.